Hello, Aries. This is Lisa from The Right Guidance, here to bring in your mid-October reading, channeled intuitive guidance, as I call it, because as much as I am a tarot reader, I am a medium and I channel in my information for my guides. My guides use the cards in order to translate for the rest of you. So this is especially for you for mid-month October to the beginning of November. What you need to know. I'm using the same card decks as I used for your October reading. So for love and romance, we'll work with my love pack again. And then for any messages in general that your guides and your angels wish to communicate, we will be working with the angel tarot cards again. Okay. So again, love feedback. Keep it coming. I got a ton of feedback for the Octobers. Give me thumbs up. Let me know how the reading resonated, even just by giving a like or a dislike if you didn't like it. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can check your other signs, your sun, your moon, your rising sign. Sometimes we resonate. For me, I'm a Virgo Gemini. So, sometimes I find when I'm listening to other readers here on YouTube that when they reference a Gemini, sometimes I see that as being me when it's coming up in my own reading. Okay. So in love, what does Aries need? And it could be, self. It's not just about romantic relationships, but of course it could be. So you got quite a few cards there on the relationship front. And then I'm just going to pull the cards also from the tarot cards. And then we're going to start with your relationship cards, okay? So angels and guides, what does Aries need to know for mid-October to the beginning of November? Clear and accurate guidance, please, for me to translate. Would be awesome. And because there's like 78 cards, like as soon as it catches my eye, I gotta fish it out. All right, short and sweet, only 3 of those. So more to talk about your personal self first. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. I always like leaving the best to last. Okay, so when it comes to relationships, so it's just they've got some communication coming in. Okay. Now this is not going to resonate with every single one of you. Okay, so just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay. As it comes channeling in, we'll have lots of guides piping in. Okay, so allow me to say everything I need to say about the card, and then you just take what kind of rings your bell, right? The first card we got is the card of disillusionment. Often when we're in relationships with people, sometimes we can move into a relationship with some rose-colored glasses on, right? Maybe ignoring some red flags. To me, this is the red flag card. It's like we want so much for sometimes we want so much for a person to be everything we wanted. We want so much for them to be, I guess, checking off all of our boxes. You know what I mean? So this is letting you know that perhaps the relationship that you're in, it's not going to match up with what it is you want. Okay. It could also be the red flag card, because sometimes if I'm giving a personal reading and I get this card, it's usually, I'm saying like, are you trying to put this person like a square peg in a round hole? Because your guides are kind of saying like, this is a small red flag issue that the person, now this could be in friendship. This could be, in romantic relationships, I'm going to say more so. But it's just like, you're trying to maybe make this person fit in, but you could also be ignoring the different signs that this person isn't all they're cracked up to be, or they're not telling the truth about things. Maybe, embellishing things to make you like them more too. It's quite possible, right? The other card you got, which, it kind of worries me a little, because it's the push me, pull me. So you're either really not sure about this relationship, or it could be the other person who's not sure about you. Right? So it could be that like you're lying about who you are, right? Or you're embellishing who you are so that someone else likes you, because you don't think that you're good enough on your own. So you really got to do some inner work there if that's the case, but because it could be both sides, right? Because the push me, pull me could be you, could be a partner, could be even like if you were applying at jobs, they could seem interested in them, they're not. Could be, it's just like there's not a final decision being made here by either party. Okay? It's like if you've got the scales of justice, it wouldn't surprise me if when I turn over the tarot cards, you got the justice card. You could be like weighing the pros and cons. I do this with my clients because I am a life coach. We do the pros and cons of the relationship, pros and cons of the person. Do they balance, where you're weak? Are they stronger? Because you want to have that balance, right? You can't be too similar because, right? But this is, yeah, let's just, because you also got the card of, you know, betrayal. But here's the thing, because you got the push me, pull me card, and this is not going to resonate with all of you, right? This is just for whoever needs to hear this, because we have two really positive cards coming up, okay? So cool your jets. Because we got the push me, pull me card, right? And because you haven't quite decided, it shows me like you're on the fence. And if you're on the fence, you could be still looking, which is betraying and not being committed to the relationship, to really finding out, like, are you giving it your all? Did you give it your all? Are you pretending to be something you're not just to take? Or is someone doing that to you? Is someone, pretending to be something they're not so they can take from you, and you feel a push me, pull me, like you want the relationship, and maybe they're like, I don't know, and they're hot and cold, because that's what that is too. And it could be because, they're either thinking about someone else, or the grass is greener on the other side. Maybe, their phone's going off and they're showing indications that there is a betrayal, that they're talking to someone else, or they're going out behind your back and doing all kinds of things that are very disrespectful. So be aware that this could be the other person and this could be you, and that this is a problem, because you can see the bottom of the cards. All three of these cards are from the problem side of the deck, and it's a problem. Why would you want to put yourself in a relationship like that? Right? Right off the bat if the person's right? All of us have potential. So you could be sticking around to see if they have potential. So that could be the push me pull. You're like, not sure. You have a little doubt there. But just to be authentic. Don't be an illusion. Don't pretend you have something, that they want when you really don't. Or don't pretend that you want the same things if you really don't, just because they're super handsome, or they're super beautiful, or you're really attracted to them, because that's going to get old after a while, right? All right. So the positive cards you have these are the luck cards. And the next card is also from the luck side of this deck. And being naughty is being playful with your partner. And it's about, even you see here, like they're doing chores, right? But you can put a playful aspect. So you could cook dinner together. You could prepare a nice charcuterie board. You could prepare a picnic. You could do just even those mundane things by being naughty, maybe intermittent, like take a break. You could have some sex, you could have some fun stuff, but it is about breaking up the monotony of life. So for those of you who've been in like a long-term relationship, we always have to shake it up a bit. It gets boring for everyone after a while, but it's about you being naughty and bringing some playful energy into all relationships. So you can be like that with friends, and you can maybe go to comedy clubs and do things that just bring out that spark of laughter and joy and fun into your life. Okay? Your last card from the relationship deck, from the love pack, is I'm never going to say this right. And I don't actually know how to say it. I should probably find out, because it comes out every time I do the readings. It's a tryst. I don't know. It's, a spontaneous, fun date. And, it could be like maybe you make the choice to push the relationship away and just, you're not necessarily committed, and you're going to put yourself back out there, and maybe you're going to get luck, because it's the luck part of the deck. You might find someone who you're more compatible with, who makes you laugh, and someone who brings spontaneity in, and someone who, is naughty perhaps when you're not, and just brings that playful fun, because when they're naughty, you could be having these, excursions outside to do fun things, or just having, a fun, spontaneous date. For those of you who've been in long-term relationships, a fun, spontaneous date, right? Maybe one of these weekends in October, you guys can plan a little retreat, something fun, even just a weekend getaway. Like I'm in Toronto, so, a lot of people go to Niagara Falls. Excuse me, I don't even have a cough today. So every time, those of you who are clients of mine know when I start coughing during your reading or your guidance, that there's something you need to communicate. So if it's that you think your relationship needs an infusion of naughtiness and spontaneity and dates and fun stuff, you got to communicate it, okay? All right, let's move on to your tarot, okay? Just put these cards away. All right. So you have the King of Water, and the King of Water is a Cancer, a Scorpio, or perhaps a Pisces. King, male dominant, doesn't have to be male, but someone who's dominant, okay? And you can see here, you know, he is standing there in his power, right? He commands respect. He commands attention. He's kind of got it all together. And because he's the water cards in traditional tarot are cup cards, emotion cards. So he's like the master of his emotions. So maybe asking you, Aries, to be the king and to be a master of your emotions, realizing that what you bring to the table and be that strong, assertive person, doesn't have to be male, but strong and assertive male for those of you who like women, you know, women like that, to be balanced in your emotions, to know what you bring to the table and to maybe communicate what you bring to the table and what you're offering. Even in your long-term commitment, you have to be vocal, right? Because I got the cough. You need to communicate that maybe you feel like you're not dominating. Maybe you want to be the assertive alpha male. You know, for those of you who are guys, don't let us strong, assertive females trample you. We don't want that. We don't want the role, trust me. We want you to be more assertive. So if you are a male watching this and you got this card, it's about mastering your emotions and being that alpha male. And being assertive when it comes to love, you know, in the bedroom, in planning dates, and being there for your spouse, your girlfriend, girls that are, you know, you could be in same-sex couples, you know, whoever is the alpha, this is speaking to you, right? So take control, basically, when it comes to the love life, the emotional life, and how you want to communicate love with your partner, okay? Balance. All right. All right, so you got, so it's like the Justice card kind of in a way, but balance tells me it is about compromise. Okay, so it could be in your family dealings, it could be with your extended family, because I see some of you it is about, I see a big family, like I come from an Italian background, so we have a big Italian family, right? You could feel like maybe your opinion doesn't matter. So if you've been having some talks with family, maybe you don't feel like you're heard. It is about compromising. So maybe you're asking for your input to be accepted, or maybe, you know, you're dominating decisions and your guides are like, there's other people in this family, in this relationship, that it is about compromise, okay? Because that's really what this card is. And again, balance is like where you're putting your energy, Aries, okay? So if it's like too much your interests and not enough your partner's interests or friends' interests, maybe you're always calling the shots, so you could communicate, because again, I got the cough, about what you want. Maybe you want more love life, maybe you want, you know, more dates, more fun, more adventures. You gotta decide, and then having that communication with your partner on how you would like to balance that relationship. Okay, the Hermit card, that's a Virgo card, so you could find yourself involved with a Virgo. Like you guys are the Emperor card, so every sign has its major arcana counterpart, and this is the Virgo, and this is about going within and taking some time for introspection and inner guidance and making a decision, okay? Or it could be that you're making a decision, quiet contemplation regarding a Virgo, and it could be a boss, could be your love interest, could be anything, but it looks like you're making some decisions. This person would be spiritual, because in this card, this deck, this person is like wise, and it's is an old sage and very spiritual practices. So you could find yourself very attracted to an earth sign, you know, because it is a Virgo card, but I mean, it could be just like that you're attracted to someone who is very much like that, who is very spiritually connected, very grounded, who you feel calm around, who helps your soul to grow. But it is about making a decision, inner guidance, trusting your inner guidance, trusting what your higher self is lovingly asserting you to do. Trust that, right? Work on that. For those of you who are working on your intuition, you got to work on it. The more you work on it, the more you get, just like anything in life, right? So those are all your cards. I'm going to try to keep them as short and sweet. We're at 15 minutes. So please offer me feedback. Give me a like, give me a message. Let me know. For those of you who have a number, you can text it to me or email it to me. If you'd like a personal reading, you can reach me at therightguidance@gmail.com. But as always, enjoy the rest of your month and I wish you well.